What's up, everyone? This is Donnie, aka Elevated with Dota Alchemy, coming at you with another video today, and thank you for tuning in. And this one is going to be how to win any team fight in Dota. And I'm going to show you a specific example of a team fight, but I'm going to talk about the concepts that will allow you to win team fights on a regular basis. And this is a little bit different than the why you suck at team fights. I just kind of want to explain the planning stage, because that's really what it is. You have to plan how you're going to take these team fights. And so I wanted to explain a very specific example of a planning stage. That was one of the things that we talked about in the why you suck at team fighting, was you need to plan your fights. So we're going to take a look at one of those examples here in this video and break down each specific move and why it's so important to have that plan. And then we're also going to look at an example of what happens when you don't have that plan and why it is so disastrous to not plan your team fights in Dota 2. So right here, you can see that we are in a fairly even game in terms of net worth. We're fairly far behind in terms of kills, but that is a secondary thing. Kills are fairly irrelevant when it comes down to actual net worth. And in this game, we are having a pretty hard time because our Terrorblade has a lot of magic damage, a lot of bursts to deal with. He does not have a BKB yet, that he's still farming. He has a Manta queued up. I think he goes BKB right after this, though, instead. And we're not, none of us are very strong. We can definitely get bursted by Zeus, who is very farmed, has an Aghanims already. He just rushed Aghanims after Aetherland. We really cannot take team fights very well yet, especially just because Zeus, all he has to do is press R. He knows exactly where all of our heroes are. Our Earthshaker Centaur cannot blink in and get nice catches that way. So how do you approach a team fight against Zeus, for example? The answer is that you have to catch the Zeus. Catching the Zeus is the most paramount part of taking a team fight against a team with a core Zeus or with a farmed Zeus. If we look at their heroes, Abaddon, definitely the least important hero to go on. Yes, he can save his team, but he's just way too much work to actually kill, to bother wasting mana and health and resources, cooldowns, trying to kill the Abaddon. The Undying is sort of similar. He's hard to kill. He's kind of important if we can kill him before the tombstone comes down, but not really that impactful. Shadow Demon, fairly important because he can save his teammates, but again, not that important. He doesn't do a ton of damage yet, only level 10. And then Slark, of course, if we can catch the Slark, that's great, but it doesn't actually even win us the team fight. If we kill the Slark, yes, we kill their carry. That's very good. But their Zeus might still be able to win the fight just because of how much damage he does at this 20-minute stage into the game. So finding the Zeus, killing the Zeus is really the only way that we successfully take a clean team fight. And yeah, we might be able to scrap one out if we outplay people otherwise. But generally speaking, if we're not trying to kill Zeus first every single team fight in this game, we're definitely not doing something right. So we can see here that I'm mid. And I called for a smoke play, and I went and pushed out this lane. So what that does by pushing out this lane is it actually means that they are going to lose vision on our side of the map, right? The creeps have pushed onto their side. They no longer have vision up here. And that allows us to go into the trees over here and smoke. You can see if we go to free camera, we're going to smoke right over here in the trees, and there's no vision that the Zeus has of this happening. So maybe they suspect that we're smoking because they have good vision up here in this jungle, and this is great vision by them. We definitely don't want to be playing in this jungle. But we could also just be going and farming these camps and maybe running over here to push down this bottom lane and maybe just leaving one or two people here to defend the mid tower. So they don't really have any concept of where we could be. And they do have a ward here protecting, but as you'll see, that does not really help against our smoked heroes. So we run up, and I made the call here that kill Zeus first. We have to find and kill Zeus. That's how we win the fights. And we have 2 blink daggers that we had recently purchased. I don't think either of them had been scouted yet, so this is a great time for us to take a team fight. We have meta, and if we can find the right targets, again, kill the Zeus first, then we can definitely win this fight. So you'll see that as I go back to the Zeus perspective, he's looking top actually, and looking at the Slark fighting the illusions, and boom, you see everybody appear on the minimap around him. From there, he's totally caught out. We burst him immediately. We get a wonderful rock from our Warlock. We're able to kill Undying, kill the Baden. Shadow Demon runs away, but that's totally fine. Saw that our Terrorblade started to think about, oh, let's chase down the Shadow Demon. He wants the extra kill. He was slow. But we won this fight. We handily won this fight. We also did not lose any heroes, and we're all fairly healthy in both terms of health and mana. So now, what is the next move? And it's not to chase the Shadow Demon. Chasing is one of the most common ways that people lose team fights in pubs. People will chase, they'll waste a lot of time running after heroes, and they might even split up a one team fight. If you think about team fights, if you have 4 heroes in one position, that's pretty strong because that's most of a team. You take a 4-on-4 fight, and one of those heroes on the other team runs away. Now it's 4-on-3. But if 2 of the heroes on the team that could be winning the 4-on-3 fight chase the 1, suddenly they're leaving 2 of their teammates to fight 3. And that 3 has a good chance of killing the 2. And now, instead of having a 4-on-3 and eliminating 3 and being now potentially 4 or 5 against 2 to do whatever you want for the next 30, 40 seconds, however long the death timers are, suddenly you're losing 2. And though the 2 that were chasing the 1 might not even catch the 1. And therefore, you end up in a situation where suddenly it's a 5-on-3 in the opposite direction. So basically, if you have a strong point, you don't want to leave that strong point unless it's like 100% guaranteed that you're going to kill. I see this, people will chase supports, people will chase tanky offlaners like Bristleback or Abaddon. People will chase carries, which is somewhat better if you're trying to catch a Slark, who's really, really important. But if you don't have a 100% chance of catching that hero, it's oftentimes not even good to do that because the Slark will get away. One person might go chase them. Slark will go heal up a little bit, come back out, and kill the one person that was chasing them, and suddenly the advantage is completely lost. So in this case, we make the call. Let's go to Roche immediately afterwards. Best opportunities that we're going to have to take a Roche, and we are able to secure that simply because we killed Zeus first, which is the plan of how to win team fights in this particular game. All right, that's it, everyone. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you liked it, let us know in the comment section below. And if you want to see a longer, more extended version of it, talking about how not planning team fights can ruin the game for you, go check that out over on DotaAlchemy.com.